Now, today, in a surprising turn of events, SK Macharia, the CEO and chairman of Royal Media Services, went on to attack President William Ruto and expose President William Ruto for uh, rigging the election of the year 2022. Now, a lot of people have had a lot of questions to ask. Why is SK Macharia going all out on President William Ruto at this time, where many believe that SK Macharia and President William Ruto are currently in good terms because they have been seen together several times, even with SK Macharia visiting the State House. The renowned billionaire media mogul SK Macharia sent shockwaves through Kenya's political landscape after revealing how Raila Odinga's votes were allegedly stolen by President William Ruto in 2022, and also how the Raila Odinga's elections in 2007 and 2013 were rigged. Now, speaking at a recent public event, Macharia, who today spoke at a burial in Machakos, uh, claimed that he had access to critical information that proves electoral malpractice in all three contests. According to Macharia, Raila was the true winner in each of these elections, but was denied true victory due to widespread vote manipulation. He pointed to irregularities such as vote tallying discrepancies, interference with digital transmission systems, and conciliation between powerful state agencies and election officials. Now, in the 2007 election, Raila was leading when sudden disruptions and a controversial announcement by the Electoral Commission led to Mwai Kibaki's hurried swearing in. The chaos that followed resulted in post-election violence that led to over 1,000 people dead. In 2013, Macharia alleged that electronic systems were deliberately compromised, favoring Uhuru Kenyatta. He claimed that despite evidence of irregularities, the Supreme Court dismissed Raila's petition. Mostly, recently in 2022, Macharia suggests that Raila's victory was manipulated through discrepancies in vote transmission, leading to William Ruto's win. He insists that had the process been transparent, Raila would have been declared president. Now, these revelations have sparked a lot of controversy on social media, with a lot of people speaking in regards to it. Now, it has ignited a debate on Kenya's electoral integrity, with Raila's supporters calling for accountability. However, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) has maintained that all elections are conducted fairly, while Macharia claims add a new dimension to Kenya's political discourse. They also raise critical questions about the country's democratic process and the need for electoral reforms. But why now? I want to play you this clip of SK Macharia and what he alleged today in regards to the 20, according to him, on what happened in the whole three elections, where he claimed that Raila won. But the true question that a lot of people are asking is why now? Why at this critical time that Raila Amolo Odinga together with President William Ruto are working together is when SK claims this. Now listen to SK.
Of Nation newspaper. Anytime I get invited anywhere, he says, and you go with your wives. They all called my wife.
Now, I can't locate the exact time because the clip is so long, but allow me to share my knowledge in regards to what I know in regards to SK Macharia. Now, Raila Amolo Odinga has joined the government. And SK Macharia believes that Raila Amolo Odinga is the rightful heir to the throne of the presidency, or is the right president of the Republic of Kenya. He also believes that Raila Amolo Odinga could have a chance to become the president in 2027. But apart from that, SK Macharia does not believe in President William Ruto's governance. Putting that aside, I recently did a video a few weeks ago in regards to the people or the powers behind Rigathi Gachagua. Now, Rigathi Gachagua has been conducting several meetings at his WAMUNYORO residence. The meetings were highly publicized. But those meetings that were highly publicized were just the mere meetings of him meeting with MCAs, several MPs, and some few senators here and there. But the real powers behind Rigathi Gachagua lie with people like SK Macharia. SK Macharia has been funding Rigathi Gachagua secretly. He has held several meetings with Rigathi Gachagua because he believed that President William Ruto's main aim and main goal after taking over power, and which Ruto has proved beyond reasonable doubt is what his main aim is to destroy the Kikuyu billionaires' businesses, to make sure that they crumble down to the ground. And that is what Rigathi Gachagua was fighting against when he was in government. And that's why SK Macharia saw Gachagua as a potential fight and a potential threat to President William Ruto. And after his impeachment, SK Macharia met with Rigathi Gachagua several times to discuss the way forward on how they can form the next government. One thing you don't know, SK Macharia has stood behind Raila Amolo Odinga for so many years. You who believe that you are a supporter of Raila Amolo Odinga and think that you always want what's best for Raila Amolo Odinga, then I don't think you have always wanted the best for Raila Amolo Odinga than SK Macharia has always done. Because SK Macharia has put in resources, money, to try in 2007, in 2013, in 2017, and in 2022 for 4 consecutive elections to try and make Raila Amolo Odinga the president. But always the presidency is grabbed from the hands of Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is why, at this current time when SK Macharia knows President William Ruto is conducting the reconstitution of IEBC, and he knows that the current servers of IEBC and the current electronics of IEBC is uh, literally compromised. He knows that even those that will be vying against Ruto in the year 2027 will not have a chance. So it's high time he raises these concerns to make sure that the IEBC is reconstituted properly and to make sure that the IEBC tries to have a fair election come the year 2027. And that is why I said that I am 84 years old right now. I don't need validation from from William Ruto. I don't need protection. I have nothing to lose. I have lived my life. So what I can do is just say the truth. If they want to kill me, let them do so. That is what SK literally said. Now, this is a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, a force to record, one of the key economic financiers of this republic. Now, SK Macharia's Ruto has been trying to why he fights William Ruto is because William Ruto has been trying. When other presidents took over, Kibaki did not fight his fellow Kikuyu men or fellow Kikuyu businessmen. He just supported them, and that's why SK Macharia had no problem with him. When Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta took power, the same thing. Uhuru never fought against these business moguls. Business thrived under Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, but under William Ruto, some certain businesses are thriving, but when it comes to the side of the Kikuyu businesses, these businesses seems to crumble down to the ground. Remember, recently or last year, Direct Line Assurance Company was shut down. And that is a company that is owned by one SK Macharia. SK Macharia aimed to shut down the said company. It was the largest insurance company that insured public service vehicles in this country. Now, after it was shut down, most of its clientele moved to Amaco, which is a company owned by President William Ruto. So it has been always the head game for President William Ruto to cripple these businesses. Now, this means that President William Ruto has a bond to chew with people like SK Macharia, and SK cannot leave Ruto alone. And that is why him, together with other business moguls coming from the Mount Kenya region, have put their forces together to make sure that William Ruto does not win in the year 2027. And what he was doing today, he was sending a clear message to Raila Molodinga. Make sure that this man does not win in the year 2027. Because we have been loyal to you, we have supported you, and we know that even if you declare that you will be running for presidency in the year 2027, it's the high time that now you can take over power. That is what probably SK was telling Raila Molodinga in that meeting. Though Raila tried to dismiss some certain things, Raila currently has to continue working with William Ruto because currently the MOU between him and William Ruto serves his own interest. He can't let it go right now. He has another 2 years to at least prepare for what it's to come in the year 2027. And that's why I have said this is a game of drones. Are we together? And it's a game that must be played very properly and very clearly to make sure that when 2027 comes, Raila Amolo Odinga will be the key to dethroning President William Ruto. And SK and Rigathi Gachagua are great friends. They have met several times. They meet on businesses, discussions. One thing you can't do with SK Macharia is you cannot shut down Citizen TV. That will mean that you have definitely declared that you are a dictator and you are against the development and growth of the man has hired over 10,000 people all over the country through his different companies. So that is one thing that Ruto can't do. So right now, because his business is not driving as it is supposed to do, he has to take the right stand and join hands with the right people. Are we together? That's the reason that all of these unfolded today. Tell me what you think about this analysis. Leave your comment in the comment section. See you in our next video. Remember to subscribe. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.